Kentucky women's basketball has received 2 commits, and these 2 should not be shocking. First of all, Georgia Amoore committed to Kentucky. Second, Clara Strack committed to Kentucky as well. And I'm going to go over both, and I'm going to go over like the positions, the height, and the stats. And I apologize for looking down because I cannot memorize all this stuff. So Georgia Amoore is a 5'6" guard that will be a grad senior next year. Yeah, she didn't declare for WNBA draft. So, in 34.9 minutes per game, she started every game this past year and almost every game in her career, with the exception of 2 career games. 18.8 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, 6.8 assists per game, 0.9 steals per game, 0.4 blocks per game, 3.4 turns per game, which probably needs to be cut down some, a little bit. 2 fouls per game, 85.9% on free throws on 85 attempts, 33.5% on threes on 254 attempts, and 41.2% from the field on 539 attempts. So she is a volume scorer, though she can pass the ball too. And Clara Strack is a 6'5" center that will be a sophomore next year. So, and I know what her numbers say, but you gotta look at the last 2 games, what she really did as a starter. She impressed. But overall on stats, and she only started 2 games, and that was the last 2. 4.5 points per game, 4.1 rebounds per game, 0.7 steals, assists per game, 0.1 blocks, steals per game, 1.2 blocks per game, 1.1 turns per game, 1.4 fouls per game, 60.5% on free throws on 38 attempts, and 2 for 3 on threes. And I'm going to go into detail those last 2 games that she played at Virginia Tech as a freshman. In 24 minutes against Baylor, she had 18 points and 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, and 3 fouls. In that Marshall game, in 28 minutes, 17 points and 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 4 blocks, 3 turnovers, 1 foul, including 1 for 2 on threes. So, 1 for 1 on threes even. So, yeah, she can be a scorer, and I am not shocked that both of these follow their head coach. I mean, that he recruited both of them. And you gotta be patient with them, Kenny Brooks, Kentucky fans. He built Virginia Tech from the ground up. I mean, all the way up to a Final Four last year, and I get this year was around a 32. Part of it was because Elizabeth Kelly was out with the torn ACL, but another part of it is they faced a dangerous Baylor team that nearly took down a 1-seed USC team. I mean, this year, and they were on a hot streak prior to the NCAA tournament too. So both of those are good pickups, and I know Strack's numbers say what they say for the year, but in terms of down the line, she'll be valuable to y'all, especially if you could get Asia Petty back as like a starter right in front, if you can get her back, which supposedly she is following Georgia Amoore and Clara Strack on Instagram, and the same thing goes for Maddie Shear. So she could be on the way back too. But we're going to have to wait and see about this. And I know the SEC is a little bit tougher than the ACC because, first of all, you got South Carolina to deal with. LSU to deal with. And I know they lost Haley Van Lith today and they don't have Angel Reese anymore, but you get the whole point. Ole Miss, Tennessee. It's not including Texas and Oklahoma joining the conference next year, so it's going to be a little bit harder. But we're going to have to wait and see how the rest of the roster looks like, and whether or not those 2 players, like I mentioned, Maddie Shear or Asia Petty, really going to come back, or they're going to just start somewhere else. But we're going to wait and see what happens. So anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Course ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So make money off this course. Like a video, comment video, really helps YouTube algorithms so more people can see it. Sharing the video does up as well so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well.